Hey everybody, how's it going? Um, how's everybody doing this evening? And yeah, so I'm sorry about missing this on Wednesday. I had to work over a lot this week, and it's just that time of year for the kind of job I do. It's just that kind of time of year. October, November, December are really busy project and implementation week or months, and so I got home like 15 minutes before the stream was supposed to start. And so I just wasn't able to make it. And I'm sorry I didn't think that I had made a post saying that it was scheduled. And I had somebody tell me afterwards that yes, you did make a post and it was scheduled and people were asking about you and things like that. And I really appreciate everybody for your concern. And but I'm okay. I'm good. Just working a lot. And so I figured I would reschedule this for tonight. And we did last night. We did had the premiere of Track versus Track for Destroyer and the debut album. If you haven't seen that, you can check that out. Tonight we're going to be talking about Peter Criss Cat 1, and I will be honest with you, I had not ever heard this album or any song off of it until I listened to it a couple weeks ago when we started. And initially I wasn't that impressed. I know a lot of people really like this album. Initially I wasn't that impressed. Some songs did grow on me, and I do like the way that the drums sound. I think Peter does some excellent drumming. You can tell it's a 90s album for sure. The guitars sound really good. Some of the songs to me just felt really weak, and some of Peter's vocals and his lyrics that he wrote was just not that great, in my opinion. But it did kind of grow on me. So I made my list. I really listened to it several times, and then I made my list. And I waited, and I went back about a week later. Since I delayed this, I went back about a week later and listened to my looked at my list, and listened to the record again. And I was like, yeah, that's basically how I feel about it. So what I have. So who we have in the chat here? I see Rick R. I see that Toy Bonnie guy. That's the only two I see right now. I see we've got 7 viewers. So if you're in the chat, be sure to say hi. And we'll wait a few more minutes here to give a few more people an opportunity to get in, because I know that some people were looking forward to this. This wasn't a big panel, but some people were looking forward to it. So while we're waiting, I figured what I would do, since it's that time of year, is I would show a magazine, and I've actually made a video about this magazine that you can go back and watch. But since it's that time of year, you know, you Kiss fans know what time of year it is. It's Phantom season. And so I'm going to show my Phantom magazine off a little bit. And also, it is solo albums season for me. October, November is I listen to real heavy rotation of the solo albums. And so we have the Track versus Track for all 4 solo albums. So if you want to get in on that, that is up. And I am going to try to film that. Now, I'm actually going to be on vacation the whole last week of this month. I'm going to be gone from like the 24th to November the 1st. So if I can get the video filmed, I'll maybe try to edit it sometime in my downtime during my vacation. But I'm really going to try to step away from editing so much and YouTube and just relax. But if I don't get it, if you don't see it come up during the time that I'm gone, it will be when I get back around November 1st or 2nd, somewhere around there. So just outside of October, right after Halloween, is when the Track versus Track for the 4 solo albums may come out. So we'll burn about another 10 to 12 minutes here. I see you, Cecil. Good to see you. So this is my Kiss Meets the Phantom book. And this is not my original book. This is one that I recently purchased. It was sold for $2.50. You see that? I paid a lot more than that for it. But some really, really cool pictures in here. Things like this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but just kind of show you some highlights of the book. So a lot of black and white, which really surprised me that there's, this is a color book. It's got a lot of really cool color pictures in it, but then there is a ton of black and white pages. I know color is more, and but they did a lot of this right here where they used like a flat, non-glossy paper and used like red inks. And then they've got some pictures that just have that whole red hue to it. It doesn't show up really good in my camera, but that actually has a red hue to the whole thing. Let's see what else is in here. See, Ace is red. That shows up really good there. He's red in that one. And like a lot of these pages, and then you get back to glossy, which I love this picture of Gene here on the set with those boots. And in the robes, that is really cool too. And yes, we are going to do, this is cat number 1. I'm just dragging my feet for a little bit. Give people time to get in so they don't miss anything. Because once we get going, it's going to go fast and people come in late and they're like, what did I miss? What did I miss? So I just like to give everybody an opportunity. Picture of Paul there. A lot of color stuff through the middle. It's like they stuck a bunch of color pages towards the middle. And then there's some glossy pages that are still black and white. I don't understand that. And then there's like these paper like pages that aren't glossy at all. They're just flat black. Or not flat black, but just a flat paper. I'm looking for John B. Good, and I'm looking for, I want to see all of you, but I'm looking for John B. Good, and I'm looking for he used to be Kissin' Time, but he's been in a lot of my videos. God, his name's leaving me right now. That was Kiss Radio right there. Kiss Radio, $9.50. Man, don't you wish you'd get a Kiss Radio for $9.50 now? My goodness. Solo album posters, $2 each. Man, look at that. Solo album posters, $2 each. And Kiss radios are expensive now. Kiss stuff in general is expensive. I was watching an eBay thing. Sometimes I will just watch things on eBay because I want to see how bad it gets. Check this merch out. There's the pins. Oh my gosh. If you can find those pins these days. There's the belt buckles. Those little buttons. So expensive. But y'all remember the Magic Market cups? There's a set of 8. And I saw a listing that was really in excellent shape. Looks like it hadn't been washed or nothing. These things looks like they came out of the sleeve. And I had all 8 of them because we used to go to the store and buy them. And 8 of them, and I didn't see the actual ending. I saw it when it was at like 13 minutes. But 8 Kiss Magic Market cups, the complete set, in excellent condition, $455. $455 for 8 cups. And looky here. These things are expensive now. The Kiss notebooks. I saw a listing where a guy was selling them all broke up. And he had that one, and he had those 2 there. He had the 4 individuals, and then he had another group of the solo album. They all individually sold for about $55 each. And they are here. You get both for $1.50. I wish I had a box of those. I could have my retirement. I wish I had a box of this stuff, man. God, the stuff is so expensive. It makes me sick. There's the keychains. Those are expensive. There's so much stuff in here. And look, sold out at your newsstand. Here, get the Phantom book. It makes a great gift idea. But yeah, everything that's on this order form here, that was all that merch, I think I figured this up. And I think if you bought just one of everything, you could buy everything on that thing for about $100. Every bit of it. So yeah. And then, heads up, flaming youth, hither cometh thy destiny. So these books go, and this is a great condition. I saw some of y'all saying it looked like it's been well kept. The spine's in great condition. It's not folded. It's not faded. It's not wrinkled. The corners are real crisp. And I got lucky on this one. And I think I ended up paying about $35 for them, for it. But yeah, if you look around, you can find. Sometimes just look at the buy it nows, because sometimes there's people, they just want to sell something and they won't go against. But if you see a buy it now on something, you better buy it, because if you come back, it's going to be gone. So I see people talking about All for One. Yes, we are going to do All for One. I think we got some Ace albums to do first. Some Ace solo albums, but we are going to do All for One. And I have not ever heard it. I've only heard bits and pieces of it when I watched Ralph Vieira's review of it, and he was not kind to it at all. He's not been kind to most Peter Criss solo albums. Even the 78 solo album, he was not, very, very kind. So, but what we're going to talk about is Cat number 1. And what we did with this was we did 13 tracks, because I included in the Cat and What You're Doing off of the mini EP that he created and put out before, to kind of churn the waters for this album coming out, and the Criss album. And I really like this. I think this is a really, like I said, the drum sounds good. It's 90s sounding. The drums sound good. The guitars sound good. It's just the songs aren't good, and Peter doesn't. He sings okay, but there's some parts he's not singing that great, and yeah, Cecil, I agree. It is a heavy, hard edge album, and I do like that about it. I listened to it, and I have to say that I really enjoyed the music, and I will say that the first, my first 4 to 5 songs that I picked are really songs I really like. 6 and 7 are okay, and 8 through 13 I really didn't care for at all on my individual picks. So we're going to get into the panel. We're going to talk about you guys, and there's only 15 people on this panel. It was kind of a smaller panel, but the people that wanted to be here are here, and the people that want to be here right now live are here, and the people that want to watch it after the fact are here. And some people I know can't be here. I know at overseas, where a lot of my viewers are in England and things like that, it's like 10, 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night. So I know you guys can't be here, but y'all go back and watch it, and I always appreciate that. So there's 15 on the panel. There's myself. There's Amon 1972, Stephen Jones, Super Kiss 1200, John B. Good, Carolina Hard Rock, That Toy Bonnie Guy, Trevor Bullock, Joe Peg, Emily Graziano, Sublime 130, Demons of Rock. There's the other person I was looking to be here. There you are, John B. Good. I was looking for you because I know that you and Demons of Rock are huge Peter Criss fans, and I'm glad that you made it. Roger Bennett from YouTube, David King from Twitter, Bill Sharp from Twitter, nobody from Instagram, nobody from Facebook. And tonight I am drinking Oktoberfest, Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. And I've been really digging the, I got some Yingling Lager. It's a porter, and it's the Hershey's chocolate porter, and it is really good. You can't find it hardly anywhere. It is a limited distribution, although they've made it for a couple years, and I couldn't find it the last couple years. One of my viewers up in Pennsylvania, Bizbag 68, she'd send me pictures of her drinking it, and I'd be like, "You bitch, you're drinking it, and I can't get it." But I finally found it. I had to go to a town about 20 minutes away from me to get it, and I found it, and then I drank a few of them. I've been drinking about one a day. They're really good. And then I found another 6-pack today at the Walmart, and so at the Hellmart. So I'll probably be drinking it in another video, maybe one of the next live videos. There will not be a live video next week, guys. There will not be a live video. No, wait a minute. This week coming. There will be possibly a live video this week coming. I just don't know what it's going to be. I don't have anything out there. I think the only thing I've got out there right now is for... I don't think I put anything out after Van Halen. See, I got sick, guys, and I can't remember. I need to go back and look. But if there is going to be a live video on Wednesday, I'll be sure to let you know. But right now, we're just taking votes for the track versus track for the 4 solo albums. Taking it through Friday, this coming Friday. So you definitely want to get in on that. A lot of people have already jumped all over it, and you definitely want to get in on that. And so, cheers, guys. Let's get into this panel with some Oktoberfest. All right. So, 13 songs. I had no idea how to predict because I have not even really heard this myself. So I had no idea how to predict. So I kind of predicted the way that I kind of felt. I kind of felt, well, I don't like this song, so I think maybe some other people might not like it. So that's kind of what I did. So my first prediction for number 13, I predicted you guys were going to choose Down with the Sun. I just thought it was one of the lower songs that I liked. Little hint. But I thought, well, this sounds like it wouldn't be really a song that people would really like. And so I predicted Down with the Sun for number 13. What actually came in at number 13 for the panel with 69 points is Good Times. And every time I hear that title, I think about the show from the 70s. Good Times. I think about that. Nobody picked Good Times as their favorite song. A lot of people picked it really low, like below like 6 and 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11. They picked it really low. Some people picked it as their least favorite song. A couple people did that. So it scored really low. And where Good Times actually scored for me, myself, Good Times scored 5 for me. I liked Good Times okay. It was one of my bottom of my most liked songs. I liked Good Times. And honestly, I'm not going to be able to really tell you anything individual about these songs. It's because even though I listened to them for 2 weeks, nothing really sticks out in my head. Nothing really grabbed me. Even my top 2 or 3 favorite songs, which I really liked, being about a week removed from listening to this album at all, I'm having a hard time remembering individual things about it. And I think it's just because it didn't really grab me. Nothing on here really grabbed me. I just made a note of, hey, this sounds good, that don't sound good. So like I said earlier, the drums, guitar sounded good, the mix sounded good, very 90s, very hard. The mix on the drums sounded great, the recording of the drums sounded great. It's just the lyrics were really weak, and Peter's performance in some places was very questionable, and I really didn't like the other people in the band that was singing. I think one was a guitarist and one was maybe a bass player or something. I don't know, but I really didn't like. I really didn't like their singing either. John Be Good, Good Times, bad song. I liked it okay, John. I liked it enough to stick it at 5. So, all right. So let's go on to number 12. My prediction for number 12 was going to be What You're Doing. I thought you guys were going to choose What You're Doing for number 12 just because that's what I thought. What you guys actually picked for number 12 was The Truth. Y'all picked The Truth. And 76 points for The Truth. Nobody picked it as their favorite. Most people picked it 4 and down. Nobody really picked it in their top, from what I can tell here. Nobody really picked it in their top 1 or 2. It's 3, 4, and down. And a lot of lower stuff. The Truth, where I actually picked The Truth, was number 12. I could not stand this song. This song, to me, was horrible. And whenever I make my list, usually what I'll do is I'll have a spreadsheet open and I'll start listening to the songs, and I'll listen to them for quite a bit, maybe 3 or 4 times through before I actually start. And then when I listen to it, I'll be like, okay, this one's going to come somewhere down in the middle. This one's going to come somewhere up towards the top. Ooh, I really like this song. This song may be number 1, but let me see if something's going to, beat it. And so I'll just kind of start stacking it in Excel. And man, The Truth went to the bottom really quick. It was like I put it almost the bottom or next to, like it was around the last lower 3 slots. I don't remember what I didn't like about it. I just know I didn't like about it. I think Peter's vocals on it and just the whole song in general was just crappy. I don't know. But I picked The Truth for me at number 12. And you guys picked The Truth at number 12 also. So we totally agreed on that. All right, so number 11. Moving on to number 11. My prediction was We Want You. I thought, there's some things about it I was like, I don't think the panel's going to like this song. So I picked We Want You for 11. I predicted it for 11. And what you guys picked for 11 at 77 points is We Want You. I was right on that. And nobody picked it as their favorite. Carolina Hard Rock came close. He picked it as his second favorite. But nobody else really picked it very high at all. Everybody picked it very low. And I just remember, like I said, I can't remember exactly what I don't like about it, just like I can't really remember exactly what I do like about the other songs. I'm sure something stuck out, that makes me like them. But this one, I just remember that it was like, I don't know if it was cheesy, but it just didn't set with me right. So the panel picked We Want You for 11, and I picked We Want You as 9 from me. So it's down towards the bottom, but I didn't hate it. I picked it at 9. All right. So prediction for number 10, getting into the 10. I predicted Good Times for number 10. And you guys already picked Good Times. You picked it lower. Picked it at the bottom. But I predicted Good Times for a 10. And what you guys actually picked for number 10 is Down with the Sun. Down with the Sun scored 84 points, and nobody picked it as a favorite. We had some people picking it as their fourth and down favorites, but not a lot of support in the top three. So, me personally, where I picked Down with the Sun, for me, I picked Down with the Sun at number 10 myself, and probably for the same reason you guys did. It's not that great of a song, so I didn't pick it very high. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't that great of a song, or I would have picked it higher. I just don't remember why. And I'm not going to be able to remember why. I don't want to keep saying that, but I'm not going to be able to remember why I picked stuff where. So, predictions for number 9. I predicted Bad People Burn in Hell for number 9. And after I made my list, I kind of looked back down on that, and I was like, I don't really know why I picked it. Because me personally, I kind of like Bad People Burn in Hell. We'll find out where I picked it later on in a minute. But I predicted you guys was going to do Bad People Burn in Hell for number 9. What you actually picked for number 9 was Beth. Beth at number 9, and I kind of felt like it was going to go low. I would have liked it if it would have been acoustic guitar and Peter would have just sung it the way he sings it. But then he started doing all these embellishments and started doing all these changes, and I was just like, ugh, And so, let's see who picked Beth as their favorite song. We got 2 people. Toy Bonnie Guy picked it as his favorite song, and so did Emily Graziano picked it as their favorite song. And me, where I picked Beth all the way at the bottom at number 13. Because I'm not the biggest fan of Beth to begin with. I respect the song. I've always said that, and I do. But I do not like this song, this version of this song at all. I like the guitar, and I think it sounds great when Peter first starts singing. But then he starts singing it differently, and I just wasn't a fan of it. So we'll leave it at that. But you guys picked Beth as your number 9. I picked it last for me. So that brings us to number 8. Number 8, I predicted you guys were going to choose Blue Moon over Brooklyn as your number 8 song. What you actually chose at number 8 with 92 points is What You're Doing. Pick What You're Doing at number 8 with 92 points, and we didn't have anybody pick it as their favorite, but there was a lot of support in the top 2, 3, 4, and in the middle. But it got enough points, 92 points, that it beat out Beth by about 4 points, and it was number 8. What You're Doing for me, I picked it at number 4. I really liked What You're Doing, and I can't remember why, but I would have really liked it. If I would have not liked it as much, I would not put it at number 4. So I liked it enough to put it number 4. So, like I said, I can't really elaborate on why I like songs and why I don't like songs. I just know that at the time of listening to them over several days, over about 14 days, I either picked them that I liked them or that I didn't. All right, so that brings us to number 7. And I predicted that you guys for number 7 was going to choose Walk the Line for number 7 is where I thought you guys were going to pick it. What you guys picked at number 7 with 96 points was Walk the Line. And so you picked Walk the Line at number 7. Me personally, I picked Walk the Line at where did I pick Walk the Line at? Number 6. Picked Walk the Line for number 6 for me. And that was kind of the starting to get into the songs that I was okay on. But Walk the Line, like I said, none of these songs really, nothing sticks out. I can't tell you why I liked it in there. I just know that I didn't. So that brings us up to number 6. I predicted you guys was going to pick Beth a little higher than you did. I predicted that you guys was going to pick Beth. And for those of you coming in, we're up to number 6. We get to the top 5. After this one, I'm going to recap what we've done so far, so you know. So I thought you guys were going to pick Beth at number 6. I thought it was going to get picked better than it was. What you guys actually picked at number 6 with 58 points, or 98 points, I'm sorry. Number 6 at 98 points, you guys picked Strike. And one person picked it as their favorite, and that person was Stephen Jones. Picked Strike as their favorite. Me, personally, I picked Strike at 7. It's probably in the same vein of Walk the Line for me. Not as good as songs above it, not as bad as songs below it. Right there in the middle. 2 songs in the middle that are like, meh. And then the ones below it are like, ugh. And the ones above it are like, they're okay. I can't remember anything about them really. So, you guys picked for number 6, Walk the Line. You guys picked for number 6, Strike. I picked Strike as number 7 for me. All right, so let's recap. Number 12, you guys picked Good Times. Number 13, you picked Good Times. Number 12, you picked The Truth. Number 11, We Want You. Number 10, Down with the Sun. Number 9, Beth. Number 8, What You're Doing. Number 6, Walk the Line. And number 7, Walk the Line. I'm sorry. Number 7, Walk the Line. And 6, Strike. So that brings us to the top 5. So I predicted for number 5 that you guys was going to pick The Truth. And you picked it way lower than that. I don't know because I don't know why y'all was going to pick it higher than that high, because it's not a good song. But I thought that you might like it. I don't know. But for number 5, you guys picked Show Me for number 5, and one person picked it as their favorite, and that is Trevor Bullock. Had 117 points, so it's the first song to break above 100. And so I picked Show Me for me personally as my number 2 song. I really liked Show Me. My songs 5 and up, or I really liked. And the top 3 songs, I really, really, really liked. And so Show Me, I think, was great. So I don't know if any of you else of you out there are big fans of Show Me. I know Trevor Bullock, it was his favorite. It was number 2 for me. It was almost my favorite, but I like one song better. So that's where we are at. You guys picked for number 5. Guys picked Show Me. All right. So my prediction for number 4 was Strike. I thought you guys were going to pick Strike up high. You picked it up pretty high, but not at number 4. What you actually picked at number 4 was The Cat. And I know a lot of you are big fans of this song. Super Kiss 1200 picked The Cat as his favorite song. And then there's a lot of 2s, 3s, 4s. Not really very many low. Maybe only 1 or 2 or 3 that I'm seeing low votes. And I hate to tell you that I am one of the low votes. I picked The Cat at 11. I wanted to like this song because I'd heard people saying that they liked this song, but I just was not a fan of it. I don't remember exactly why, but for it to be that low, I know that I wasn't a fan of it. So that's where it ended up for me. But for number 4, you guys picked the cat. So that brings us to the top 3. And for number 3, I predicted that you guys were going to choose Show Me. And you picked it up kind of pretty high, but you didn't pick it at number 3. What you picked at number 3 was Blue Moon Over Brooklyn. Blue Moon Over Brooklyn with 139 points is the number 3 song. Bill Sharp and the Demons of Rock picked Blue Moon Over Brooklyn as their number 1 songs. My pick, personally, Blue Moon Over Brooklyn, is down at number 8. It's one of those songs, it's just like, I don't think so. And I wanted to like this album because it sounds so good musically. But it's just a lot of the lyrics and a lot of the delivery of the lyrics, it's just fell so hard for me. And so Blue Moon Over Brooklyn fell to number 8 for me. And I see people commenting that it was for his mother. And I respect that. It just didn't. It wasn't towards the bottom. It wasn't Beth to me, but it wasn't in my songs I really liked off the album either. So that brings us to brings us to the top 2. So I predicted that you guys was going to choose for number 2. I predicted you were going to choose the cat because I'd heard a lot of people before I started doing this saying that y'all like the cat. And there's 2 songs on here that I heard everybody always said that they liked. And so that's the ones I picked in my top 2. And I predicted in my top 2. And so I predicted for number 2, you guys were going to choose the cat. What you actually picked for number 2 with 141 points is Bad People Go to Hell. And I remember when I saw the title of this, I was just like, that's just a weird title. And I almost was like, I don't know if I'm going to like that song. And I started getting really biased against the song just because of the title. But we had 3 people that picked Bad People Go to Hell as their favorite song. Joel Pegg did, Armand 1972 did, and I did. I picked Bad People, not Bad People Go to Hell, Bad People Burn in Hell. I'm saying it wrong. It's Bad People Burn in Hell. And I just remember whenever I heard this, it was one of the songs that I was like, all right. I was like, that's really cool. And thanks for correcting me, Rick. Not Bad People Go to Hell. Bad People Burn in Hell. It's kind of the same thing, but Burn in Hell does sound a little more, ooh. Gene and Paul went up the hill. Yeah. All right, Rick, I get it. You're on a delay too. You're behind me by like 7 seconds. So I've already said stuff and corrected myself before you pop in and say it. But yeah, that song to me is, I don't know if I'd go back and listen to the whole album just for that song, but I might pull that song and put it on a playlist, put it on a Kiss playlist, because that was really, really good. Anyway, yeah, Bad People Burn in Hell. You guys picked it at number 2. I picked it at number 1 for me. I think it's a good song. It's one of the better songs on the album, in my opinion. And so that leaves us with the number 1 song. And I kind of went into this knowing this was going to be the number 1 song. I predicted for the number 1 song, Bad Attitude, song written about And I even knew the backstory about this one. Song written about the tabloids saying that Peter was homeless and living under a bridge, and he was an alcoholic. Excuse me, he was alcoholic. And I remember that. I remember when he was on, I think it was Donahue, or where going against the guy that was impersonating him, and he had the blonde hair, and and Peter, keep your black hair, dude. You don't look good with blonde hair. But yeah, the Phil Donahue song, and it, just and plus the tabloids saying that he was homeless, and I remember that. It's sad that you hear something, you believe it. And Peter came on and he's like, "I'm not homeless. I'm not homeless. I'm not living under a bridge." And I remember seeing it on TV, and I remember hearing about it in the tabloids. But my prediction for number one was Bad Attitude, and with 161 points, Bad Attitude is the top song. John B. Good picked it as his favorite. Carolina Hard Rock picked it as their favorite. Sublime 130 picked it as their favorite. Roger Bennett and David King picked Bad Attitude as their favorite song. My pick, Bad Attitude, is down at number 3 for me. Bad People Burn in Hell, Show Me, and Bad Attitude are my 3 favorite songs on the album. But yeah, so Bad Attitude is a great song. Excuse me. I like it because of the story it tells. And I like Bad People Burn in Hell because of the story it tells. I like those stories that Peter tells in those songs. So, it's a good song. So, that's it. We made it to the top. So, let's recap for you guys. Good Times, 13. 12, The Truth. We Want You, 11. 10, Down with the Sun. 9 is Beth. 8 is What You're Doing. 7 is Walk the Line. 6 is Strike. 5 is Show Me. 4 is The Cat. 3 is Blue Moon Over Brooklyn. Number 2 is Bad People Burn in Hell. And number 1, Bad Attitude. So there it is. There is Peter Criss's Cat. Number 1. Or number 1 cat, whatever it is. And I am looking forward to listening to All for One, because I'm seeing the comments from you guys too that it is so bad. And I remember Ralph Vieira's review of it, and that he couldn't hardly make it through it. And I'm hoping every time I listen to an album, even if I've heard how bad it is, I always go into an album and try to find something on it that I like. I went into this album not knowing. I went into this album actually wanting to like more songs on it, and then when it started up and I heard the way Peter's drums sound and the way the guitars sounded, leading off with Bad Attitude, I remember thinking, man, this album's going to kick ass. So it kind of went downhill and never really had any bright spots for me, just maybe 1 or 2. So I'm not looking forward to All for One. If you guys give me a second here, I can let you know what the next Kiss will be. What the next, solo album will be. So far we have done Ace Frehley's. We have done. What's the last one we did? We did Trouble Walking. I Have Trouble Walking. I know it's I Am Trouble Walking, but I like to say I Have Trouble Walking. That's been my thing since the very beginning. So, what are we going to do next from Mr. Paul Ace Frehley? Anomaly. 2009's Anomaly. And I don't know if All for One came out before that, but I'm not going to do two Peter Criss. I'm not going to do two Peter Criss albums in a row. Y'all going to have to get. I can't. I don't know if I can take this album and All for One came out in 2007, and Ace's album Anomaly came out in 2009. So I'm going to pull an executive decision, and we're not going to do them in chronological order because I'm going to do Anomaly first, and then we will do All for One. How about that? Because I don't know if we want two Peter episodes in a row. All right. So we are going to do Anomaly. What about Paul Stanley Live to Win? I'll do it eventually. I'm thinking about came out in 2006. Well, what about you guys? What do you think? Do y'all want me to do Anomaly next? I'll let you guys decide. I'm not doing Peter's All for One next. Do you guys want me to do... I'm going to do Asshole from Gene. I just don't know when these albums came out because I don't have them. What do you got? What do you want me to... what do y'all want me to do next? Do y'all want me to do Anomaly? Do y'all want me to do Live to Win? Or when did Gene's Asshole album come out? Let me look that up. For those of you who, if you know it, you can yell it in, but I can look it up here on the Google. I can wiki it. According to this, Asshole came out in 2004. Wow. I didn't know it was that far back. All right, so let's put it to a vote. You guys are going to decide. There's 14 of you in here. So you guys are going to decide. Which is it? Asshole from Gene Simmons, Live to Win from Paul Stanley, or Anomaly? Let's hear it. So I see a couple assholes. Let's see. Gene's Asshole came out 70 years ago. He probably came out ass first. So, let's make a decision. Pop it in there. Anomaly. John B. Good said Anomaly. Didn't like Asshole either, honestly. Well, we're still going to do it, whether you liked it or not. We're still going to do it. It's just about which are we doing first. So we got Anomaly, Live to Win, or Asshole. Yeah, Anomaly. People are saying Anomaly. So I tell you what, let's do Anomaly. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do Anomaly, and that Toy Bond guy said Asshole. All right, so I'm going to put it on my sticky list here so I'll remember. So let me just remember. Let me write this down. That this is what we're going to do. We are going to do Anomaly, we're going to do Asshole, and then we're going to do Live to Win. All right, that's what we're going to do. We'll do it all eventually, but we're going to do Anomaly, Asshole, and then Live to Win. Everybody okay? Everybody okay with that? All hearts and minds? All right. So that is all I've got for today, guys. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and get your votes in for Track versus Track for the solo albums, and lastly, One for All. Yeah, we'll get around to that Peter album. We'll get around to it. But I want to keep some variety in there. And Ace has the most solo albums, so we'll be doing his for a while. He'll probably have another solo album released by the time I get to doing all of his, since he just put out Origins too. So anyway, that's what we're going to do, guys. And get your votes in for Track versus Track for the solo albums. Really looking forward to that. I'm out of here, guys. Peace out. I never say that. I don't know why I said that. It felt kind of weird coming out of my mouth. But anyway, y'all have a good one, and I'll see you next time.